Growing old in America is becoming a nightmare, and no one really wants to talk about it. We're told our whole lives, work hard, save your money, do the right thing, and one day you'll finally be able to rest. But for millions of Americans, that promise is completely falling apart. If you're over 50, you already know. If you're younger, this should scare you because aging in America today doesn't look like peace. It looks like fear, stress, and survival. The lie we were sold, most of us grew up believing retirement meant security, a paid-off home, affordable health care, enough money to live with dignity. But that version of America is disappearing. Social Security alone isn't enough anymore. Pensions are rare. Savings gets wiped out by medical bills, inflation, or emergencies. And heaven forbid you get sick. One hospital visit can erase everything you worked your entire life for. This isn't about laziness. This isn't about poor choices. This is about a system that no longer protects its people. The cost is simply existing. Let's talk about the basic. House costs are exploding. Rent keeps going up. Property taxes keep rising. Utilities are higher than ever. Groceries, what used to cost $100 now costs $200. And medications, really? People are choosing between food and prescriptions. Imagine, you're 70 years old on a fixed income, watching all these prices rise, while guess what? Your income stays exactly the same. Everyone, that's not freedom. That's financial imprisonment. Healthcare is the biggest fear right now. Healthcare has become one of the biggest fears of aging in Americans today. Even with Medicare, many people still can't afford care like dental vision, hearing aids, often not fully covered by your health care. Long-term care, forget it. Nursing homes cost more than people even earn in a year. So what happens? People don't delay treatment. They live in pain. They hide their illnesses. They drain savings in their bank accounts. Meant to last a lifetime, getting older shouldn't mean being terrified of getting sick. Loneliness and isolation. And then there's the loneliness. Families are kind of stretched thin anymore. Adult children, they're struggling themselves too. Communities don't function like they used to be anymore in America. Many seniors sit alone for days at a time, sometimes even weeks. And they don't even have real human connection with no one. No one prepares you for how quiet life can get when you're sitting alone by yourself. Aging shouldn't mean that you're forgotten. Seniors should not be working in grocery stores or even fast food restaurants, retail places. Not because the seniors are really wanting to, but because they have no choice. They have worked their whole lives, and now they're exhausted, and they're having to work at these places after they're turning older. Yet the system says, just keep going. Growing old shouldn't mean working until your body is just give out. But, let's talk about emotional tolls now. What people don't talk about Enough is emotional weight, the shame of struggling you're having, the fear of becoming a burden to someone else in your family, and the anxiety of not knowing if you'll be okay the next month or the next year because of financial reasons. Many seniors right now, including you, possibility, or myself, is suffering in silence. And the silence is really heartbreaking. This is not how it should be. Growing old should mean, we have wisdom, peace in mind, rest, and can just relax. It should not be not disregarded. No one who spent decades contributing to society should be scared of aging. And yet, here we are. If you're watching this and feeling seen, you're not alone. If you are younger, pay attention. This is your future too, and don't forget that. Your future is coming up. We need compassion, and we need, to make changes. And we need to start talking about this just out loud, everybody. Because growing old in America should not be a nightmare. If this message relates to you at all, please like, comment, and share. Let's keep this conversation going. I think it's definitely worth talking about what's going on in America today with our elderly seniors.